What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is RR37. My name is Rich, and is this a way to start an episode or what? It's Carabao Cup action. It is us versus Man City at the Riverside Stadium. It is FIFA21 career mode. It is clearly our Middlesbrough journey. Yeah, I had to. You can't match him this one. You can't highlight it. I don't know how long it's going to be before playing these sort of teams is the norm. So we're going to take it while we've got it. We've gone for a 5-3-2 today for obvious reasons, but that's not a great start. We've got away with one there, and we've gave it away again. Man City guys are not going to need any help. I'm just saying. It's going to be probably a while before we're playing these sort of sides week in and week out, so why these sort of players are on display, we've got to take advantage of that, and that is why this is really the first, I think it is the first bit of cup action that we've had live this season, and we might actually be able to do something here, but the touches and everything have to just be perfect today. Anything less will not do. As City come forward again now, Aguero started making the run. De Bruyne chooses not to use him, goes back to Rodri instead. Back to, I think that was Aguero again, back to Rodri. Now De Bruyne has it, and we just cannot get anywhere near the ball at the moment. And this is the exact reason I went 5 at the back. Just have the numbers back to cope with situations just like that one there. Again, we give it away though. Is that Smith's got it now? I don't know who Smith is. Aguero plays it. And yeah, he played it to De Bruyne, who scooped it up and just puts it in the back of the net. And 15 minutes in, we find ourselves 1-0 down. And that, just like that, could be us out of the Carabao Cup. The City side is just way too good for us at the moment. This time it's Aguero, left foot, right foot, doesn't matter for him. And we are less than half an hour in now, 2-0 down, and we're getting absolutely battered at home.
City, number 10.
At this point, I'm not too sure what we even do about this. Do we swap system? It's clearly not working, but if we open ourselves up, we could get absolutely thumped. City look absolutely in the mood today. We might be on for something here though, with Fletch. Maybe not. And we're into the second half, guys. I've switched us back to our 4-2-2-2. Just because why not? We managed to keep it to 2-0. And we might as well have a goal, because we weren't even fighting in the first half, and we could have been out there. See, that is the danger of losing that extra man and the two covering in the middle. But we've got to do something. We need to pose some kind of a threat at least. I want to go down fighting if we're going to go down. We might be able to just do something here. We've got our most dangerous man, Akpom, through at the back, and it's 2-1 now. We've got a little slither of hope in this game thanks to Akpom. There just seemed to be a gap open up from nowhere in the middle of City's defence. Look at that. All the time in the world for Akpom. He's the one person in this team that you would want that kind of chance to fall to. Thankfully it has, and just as we score that, City have taken Sterling off, which is great news. He was a nightmare to play against in the first half. But that's lifted the fans at least, and it's given us a little, like I said, slither of hope now that we can go on and maybe put some kind of a fight back up against these guys. And we do actually do that, guys. The game has finished up at the moment and it is 2-2, so we are heading for penalties. I'm not too sure what happened with the rest of the recording. It just went completely haywire, so I've had to cut that out. But you can see there, it is 2-all. We are now heading into a penalty shootout against City. They won the first half 2-0, we won the second 2-0, but you've got to say they have got a decided advantage going into this without the takers as well, just with Ederson in goal. We're going to go for the bottom corner, and he saves it with his knee. Oh, that's not a good start. De Bruyne are up now, but we've made the save as well. Getting it's McNair up for us next. We're going for the same corner again. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. Ederson rooted to the spot, and we've actually taken the lead. Would you believe it? Jesus has chipped it over the bar as well. We're actually leading here. If we can get this into the corner now, you can see how bad my control pad is. Well, I'm trying to hold that, but Ederson makes another big save there for City. Bernardo Silva up this time, and he's hit the bar. Oh my God, we might actually do this, guys. We might actually do this. Come on, Seville. He's sent Ederson the wrong way. We are one kick away from knocking City out of the Carabao Cup. Would you believe it? It's Pau Torres, and it's a big save from Paz. We are going through in the Carabao Cup final against Man City. There is no way that I saw that coming. I don't think anyone would have saw that coming. This is a big save. It's a decent penalty, but Paz is equal to it. This is going to be a great angle. You can see there just the tips of the fingers just knocking the ball away. That is a huge moment in the history of this club. That for quite a while could be the biggest win that we will have. Absolutely unreal scenes. Battered in the first half, survived the second, got a couple of goals ourselves. Really sorry about not having the footage to show you there, but we've won a penalty shootout against Man City. So from that City game, we're going straight in against Barnsley. It is at the Riverside. We've got to come down from that high now, get concentrated again, and get back to the league grind. It's Brown putting us 1-0 up in this one. We struggled to get the first goal, but after we got it, we just absolutely run riot in this game. Brown again, wide open. He's never going to miss that one. Fletcher doing the right thing, just laying it off to him. And that puts us 2-0 up. And look at this for one-touch football to open Barnsley up again. It's Brown again for the hat-trick, and what a finish that is. Right into the side netting, into the corner. Keeper no chance, and we have already half an hour in put Barnsley to the sword. We've got the 3 points here, undoubtedly. The other winger this time has a goal, Walker, and same result. Just almost arrogantly passes that into the net, and that puts us 4-0 up before the half. We go into the second half, and there is absolutely no sign of us letting up. This time Brown puts it across to Fletcher, returning the favour from the first half. Fletcher taps home, and that is us 5-0 up. And we weren't flattered by this scoreline, guys. We absolutely killed Barnsley. One more time, Fletcher at the back post, bangs it into an empty net. And I think Luton just wanted out of here. They didn't want to stay any longer, and the ref would put them out of the misery. We almost get another one right at the depth. Unfortunately, Walker just drags that one wide of the post. But great result there. Clean sheet as well. And we're wasting absolutely no time. It is the turn of Stoke. We're at their ground now though, so a little bit more cautious in this one. We struggled away from home, as you will have known if you've seen the last episode, which if you haven't, that is up on the channel now. You all feel free to go and check that one out. But I'm expecting a really tough game against Stoke. They're 8th in the league, so they're only 1 or 2 positions below us at this point. And yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Going in with confidence though after the City result, and definitely after the Barnsley result, but this is going to be completely different to Barnsley. Although saying that, can Brown continue his run of form? He drags that one wide. He is a right footer, to be fair. It's me that's playing them inverted. I just prefer that. I love that curling shot into the far post. But yeah, he had to take that one on his left. Unfortunately, just could not hit the target with that one. We've got to be careful here though. This man on the right wing is someone I would love to have at Boro, Tom Ince. Oh, that was a heavy one there. Coming right through the back of our player and rightly gets a yellow card. And yep, we are at the 44th minute. Not because of like footage going haywire or nothing this time, just literally there's not been that much that has happened in this game. It's been a really tight and tactical affair. I've enjoyed it. I've not felt under pressure or uncomfortable from Stoke at any point during this game. We've absolutely bossed the entire first half. We've just not been able to open them up. They've just sat there with 4 or 5, however they're set up, protecting their back line, and we've just not been able to get through. But we go again in the second half, try and find that opening once again. We've been really calm though, like I said, we've been really patient. We've moved them about the entire first half, so hopefully towards the end of the game that might have an effect. We've just not been able to get him behind, they've been too deep, but Akpom's done a right turn there. He's got himself some room and he has slipped it straight past the goalkeeper. And just as I'm saying how difficult that was in the first half, Akpom absolutely brilliant there. It was going to take something like that to unlock this defence. He has done brilliantly there. The agility for the turn just took the defender out the game. And you just fancy him when he's through on goal like that. And so far he's not really let us down. So Akpom puts another one on his tally for the season. But in terms of this game, that is an absolutely massive goal. And we are now at the end of the second half, and much like the first, we have been in control this entire game. Unfortunately we couldn't get through there. We don't get a penalty either, but it is going to be full time as soon as we throw this ball back in basically, or as soon as they do. I might leave the stats up at the end of this one just to show you guys like the level of control we have had in this game. It has been unreal. It is a 1-0. Stoke surprised me because even towards the end with them being down, they just never came out. They just sat in that shape for the entire 92 minutes I think it was that we played, and never showed any ambition whatsoever. It was a tough game in terms of getting in to score the goal, but that man Akpom just shines through once again. Great display, not a bag full of goals this time, completely different. It's been a professional tactical display, and we've came out on top. Unbelievable game that one, completely different to Barnsley, but equally, for me at least, as satisfying. So I did leave the stats up there for those of you who are interested in that stuff like myself.
We just grab a minute of your time for a few questions.
We really controlled that game. I was so impressed, especially off the highs of a 6-0 as well. It would have been easy to lose concentration and think that you can do that again, but we didn't. We were really professional, and just one goal in it. Are you happy with the performance? There's just not a flat out yes there, so we're going to go with the closest thing, which is every player indeed did do their job today. We were never ever under any pressure at any point during that game. It was just all about whether we would be able to find the breakthrough and get the goal, which we did. So yeah, really happy with the display. And did you ever feel like this wasn't gonna be your day? No, not really. I was confident that if we just kept plugging away, just kept moving the ball, that we would eventually find a way through. And thankfully we did. Obviously you can never guarantee that, but again, like I said, thankfully we did. And are we impressed with how Fletcher's playing at the moment? Absolutely. He just needs to keep his feet on the ground now and keep doing it week in and week out like he's doing at the minute. And January we've got the two midfielders coming in, so they should be able to feed him more chances as well. So yeah, it's all looking good at the moment. Speaking though of business, transfer business, I wasn't intending to be doing any during this episode, but we had this come through straight after the game. Somebody, I can't make out who it is again now, I think is it Freiburg or something like that, has offered us, I think it was 2.1 million for a Sombalonga. I wasn't planning on letting him go this season, but he didn't renew his deal, so if we can get some money for him, then it would be foolish not to do that. But before I do make any decisions about that, let's just see how that leaves us then with strikers. We got Fletcher and Akpom, who I'm completely happy with at the moment. Boro, he's outperforming his overall, but going forward, he's going to be 20 years old next season and still in the 50s. He's not really going to cut it. We've got O'Neill leaving as well, which is going to leave us short in the striker department, especially if we let Assombalonga go. That would mean we would probably have to switch to a one up front formation. So I've added some strikers to the shortlist from the scouting network, and I really like the look of a couple of them. Lecco, to me, really, I like the fact that he's got the 4-star weak foot and that, but he's pretty much just a speed merchant. This Silas guy here, I really do like the look of him. He's got the speed, he's got the strength, and he's got the finishing. He would perfectly replace a Assombalonga in the team. This Joel Pedro as well, 19 years old, 4-star weak foot. He's the same age as Boro, who we're trying to get rid of, but he's 13 overall better already. So with Boro going out, with O'Neill going out, and if Assombalonga goes out as well, he could be someone who would be interesting to bring in. This Eggstein guy, Eggestein, not too sure what he brings to the table. Actually, he's not quick, he's not strong, so yeah, I don't think he's going to be doing anything. And then of course we've still on the shortlist got Nketiah, who I would really like to loan in, and Adam Armstrong, I would love to bring him through the door as well. Only thing is with Armstrong is where would we play him, because I feel like to play Armstrong as a striker we are going to have to drop either Fletcher or Akpom, and I don't want to do that at the moment. So we'll just tick some of these off the shortlist now by seeing what we can do. And Nketiah is just someone who would be an option, that explosive quickness. But again, I don't want to buy him. I would just want to loan him in. Maybe we can get them to take most of the wages as well. We'll see. But he's more looking, if we was to get promoted in the next year or two, I would like to think that he could go in and do a job in the Premier League straight away. But they're not budging at the moment off this short term. I don't want to loan him in short term, so we're not going to be pushed around in the negotiations. If they don't give us what we want, we're no longer interested, and we will walk out just as quickly as they will. Adam Armstrong now, this is just me wanting him at the club signing. I don't even know if it makes sense, to be honest. But it's not like he's going to break the bank either, and he is as good, if not better, than what we've got. We'll try 7 million for him. See what happens. Please don't walk out. Please don't walk out. No, they're not going to walk. Whoa, they want nearly 10 million for him. Oh, see, that changes things. I don't want to pay that much for a guy he's gonna unsettle the team in a kind of way, because I expect that he's gonna want a crucial first team role. 8 million, that seems fair. If we can get him for 8, that's not too bad. Not paying nearly 10 million for him, guys, not a chance. And just like Arsenal earlier with Nketiah, it looks like they're not going to budge. 8.5 will be my last offer. I'm not going any higher than this. Come on now. Maybe he could play where Brown plays, or on the other side where Walker plays, or we can move Brown to where Walker is and he goes to where Brown is. That wouldn't be a bad idea. But again, they're not budging, and like I said earlier, we're not going to be pushed around in these negotiations. They're not willing to move, so we're not willing to pay that. We just don't do the deal. It's as simple as that. This guy I do really like the look of though. He's sort of got the same characteristics as Armstrong. He's quick, he's strong, he can finish. Again, like I mentioned earlier, if we get this deal through the door, I'm pretty comfortable, to be honest, then letting Assombalonga go. We might lose out a couple of mil, but it's worth it. He's got a bag full of potential, I would imagine, at just 70 at only 21 years old. So 4 million, they want 10% sell on. I'm almost ready just to accept that, to be honest. I mean, it's not like he's got a massive price tag anyway, so 10%'s not going to sting that much. Yeah, we've done that one. I'm still happy with that now, even watching it back. Joao Pedro, I'd like to get him through the door as well, because if he comes through the door, then Boro here, who I'm about to compare him with, I couldn't remember Boro's overall at the time. To me, that's just a no-brainer. You got Boro, 19 years old, 53 overall, and then you've got Joao Pedro, 19 years old, who's 69 overall. I mean, it just improves the squad, it improves our options. It is a no-brainer. But again, we'll see how the negotiations turn out, because these strict ones are actually making things really interesting. Just off topic at the moment, I've got to say I am really enjoying this career mode this year. You can tell it's still FIFA, but there's so much more to do. You feel so much more actually like a manager. I'm really enjoying myself with it. But back to business. We're going to try and chuck Boro into this deal and see what they say. They're not interested in him, but they do want Wing. Well, Wing's not for sale, we're not letting him go, so we'll offer them the same value, just in cash, 4.5 million. See if they'll let him go for that. I think that's fair. It's a good deal for both teams. That I don't remember him. I don't think we've played yes, we have played Watford, and I don't remember him playing, so he's just going to be a much better bench option than what we have at the moment. The other guy, I forgot his name already, Silas, he will just, if we can get the contracts done out here, finished without any trouble, like I said, then comfortable letting Assombalonga go. And Joao Pedro wanting only a rotation squad role is really good for us. I did not see that coming, but I am more than willing to accept everything. Oh, and they've come at us with the wage as well. All I'm going to change here is if you can get 25 goals, I will give you that amount of money. I'm not willing to do it for 5 goals, that's ridiculous, but he's accepted that as well, so that's great news. We can now let Boro go, even if we have to release him, I don't really mind. But this deal here, if this one goes through, Assombalonga, I will let him go. Wow, he wants rotation as well. If this doesn't go through, then Assombalonga will be staying. That's 5 years. I'm really happy with that. We don't want a release clause. Oh my god, he wants next to nothing. And there you go. Assombalonga is free to go. So now we've bought in 2 strikers, 2 midfielders. I don't want to rip the guts out of this team in the first half, but in the first season, sorry, but with that offer coming through for Assombalonga, I feel like it forced my hand, because otherwise he was going to go at the end of this season on a free transfer. So just now we are going to have a look at what we have done so far this season. There has been changes, more than I would have liked, but we had to improve on the midfield. That's all I was planning on doing this season, but like I said, it'd be foolish not to take the money for a Samba longer. So we've got Cook and Ferguson coming in. We've got Silas and Joel Pedro coming in, and we have got 3 players going as well. So we ain't gone crazy. I don't feel like we've gone overboard, but at the same time, I remember this now. We're just looking to see if we can open our youth academy yet, but it's still not quite ready. Yeah, I don't feel like we've gone overboard. I think we've done good business as well. All 4 of those players are definitely going to improve the squad going forward. And I don't feel like the typical career mode signings either, which I'm really happy with. So yeah, we're looking in good shape. We're looking great on the pitch as well. And to round this episode off now, guys, we are going to go into the Birmingham game. It's going to be highlights. These are slightly higher in the league than what Stoke were, so not expecting a bag full of goals. I think it'll be another close, tight affair. But we will wait and see. The lineup is going to be the first team once again, out of respect for the opponents more than anything else. We do have a few games straight after this again, but it is what it is. It's a big game and I want to get the win, so we're going with full strength squad. And this guy here, Bella, was an absolute nightmare the whole game long, but do you know how satisfying it was to have a keeper make a save at the front post? That was insane to see that. Really happy with Stojanovic there. This was the first chance we had during the entire game, and of course that man Fletcher, he does not let us down. He bangs in another one this season. This, I'm not gonna lie, we were a bit stretched here. This was a tactical foul on my part and I nearly paid the price for it because this was close. It was really, really close. Just look at that. I thought I'd done the right thing when I brought the player down, and then I thought I'd done the wrong thing. And this control here is insane. The chest, the volley, but another big save. Stojanovic has been brilliant in this game, and he continued to be all the way through. The game ends up 1-0, as you can see here, so we'll take it. It wasn't the greatest performance ever, but we got the result. And that's going to do it for this episode. Once again, I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll hopefully see you back here again for the next one. Bye, guys.